Yeah. Once again, we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the God Particle Podcast. Today is Sunday, May 31st, 2026, and I am your man TY.
It's your boy True, man.
And you already know we here to make it do what it do,
Yes,
as
indeed.
usual. You know what I mean? Definitely got a good show for y'all today. We gonna talk about that good old currency, money, paper, cheese, fetty,
Mm.
broccoli, cash.
Wow.
Right. Guavo. That fatty. Get ready. Yeah. So yeah, we gonna definitely get into that and spirituality behind it, of course. And get into some grand shit. Yo, like cause lately I've been I don't know who the fuck. I can't even remember how I came across it. Or matter of fact, oh yeah, of course. As usual, one of the fucking podcasts I watched.
Yeah.
uh, a lady hopped on, started talking about grants and shit. You know what I mean? And I mean, of course, heard about it before and researched that shit before. But for some reason now, when I just was watching her, it hit me like, yo, let's get on it. You know what I mean? Let's do some shit like that. Like really get into trying to figure out how to get some funding and shit. You know what I mean? For these
Yeah.
businesses and shit, because it's funding for everything that we doing creative.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Yeah.
You just
It's got
gotta,
to
you know what I mean,
hot.
know how to do it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
speaking on that, not to put, my wife's business out there, but
yeah.
she she has many things. She has a nonprofit as well.
Right.
She's had it for a few years now. Um, and a little while back, she did a grant, and I believe I'm
Yeah.
not saying she did it herself. She did her whole nonprofit herself. So when it comes to all that word and put together, grant writing, shit like that, like she's good. She's great with that type.
Right.
She don't like to do it, but she's great with it,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So having somebody who's kind of already been through it, knows the ins and outs, and not going to do something until she heard all the information from people, that's kind of like a up and up.
Right.
But to your point, there's a lot of grants, and at that time, she put in for one, and she actually got it for a nonprofit. Good
Yeah.
amount. I won't put the amount out there, but a decent amount to get started with what you need to do, kind of thing. And if it was one of those grants where of course, you have to put it towards for her nonprofit things. Can't go
Right.
outside of that. But I don't think it was also one of those grants where I don't want to misspeak, but I don't think it was one of those grants where you kind of got to pay back kind of thing. And I could be misspeaking,
Right. Yeah.
but
Yeah. I don't think any of the grants you pay back.
pay back. But I know
Yeah.
there's both lines, though. I know there's some out there that
Okay.
you do,
Yeah.
and some out there that no, you don't.
Right.
I mean, that's
Right.
invested for your company as long as the
Yeah.
receipts and all that good stuff is showing that it's going towards your company.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, like I said, I'm not a guru in this, so I'm simply watching my lady at work.
Yeah. Indeed.
I'm just now starting to learn, what I mean, as I go, watch her from afar. When it comes to that, the business side of it, because I know a
Yeah.
lot, but very impatient when it comes to the fine print, the ins and outs of the business part and all that type of shit. I'm very impatient with it. But yeah,
Indeed.
it's a lot out there though.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot to be tapped into. They was just like, you know what I mean, as far as all the paperwork and shit, it's gonna be a lot, but
Hmm.
uh, and a lot of shit that you got to do. But shit, it's if you're doing some shit like we doing, you know what I mean. Even the podcast, it was like it's funding all day for fucking podcasts and shit, like all that type of shit. So shit, I'm about to just go eat and
Put
you
shit
know what I
together.
mean. Yeah, get to it, get through it. Fuck it, just do it.
All I gotta do is be able to, excuse me, be able to show how we measuring. You know what I mean? Measuring our outcome. Well, measuring the outcome, however that should go. But
Yeah,
just showing how we gonna give back to the folks, how we gonna do what we do, why the fuck, how we gonna use this money.
indeed,
So
true
yeah, that's
indeed.
what's up. That's what's up.
All right, so yeah, let's get started. Let's get to it. So yeah, 7 to 7. What was just the last 7 days like?
Overall, it's been good. Um, I've been reflecting, but not knowing. I've kind of been reflecting all week, but I didn't realize that I was until what's today, Sunday, until yesterday. I mean by that, nothing bad, but throughout the week, I've been paying attention to certain things, but only looking at it from an external point of view. Well, yesterday, it kind of jumped back into my mind, the events of the week. It jumped back in my mind, and I realized that, goddamn, what I was supposed to learn from these events happening, it was, of course, like we
Mhm.
always speak, it wasn't about the other person that it was coming from. It was about me and the things that need to be changed within my path to strengthen what I need to
Right.
strengthen. So overall, on a personal level, that's just been dope. Work, I still got, I still calm, cool, and collective. I'm still doing what I got to do. You know what I mean? Trying not to allow it to get to me in a negative way. Do my
Right.
part, go on clock in, do my part, clock out. You know what I mean? And that's it. And do the real work when I'm able to do the real work outside of that shit. So overall, my stuff have been pretty good. Been pretty good. Of course, like I said last week, it's still fucking trying. There's still things that's
Uh,
trying to work its way in. You know what I mean? It's still things that's trying to stop certain shit, but um, I'm noticing that shit a lot more quicker, way quicker. So and my jabs becoming a lot more Mayweather out this thing. So that's the beauty of it. Like I
yeah,
said last week, the trying part is not a beautiful thing, but once I catch that shit and learn from it, that shit is super beautiful. So I won't
indeed.
complain, man.
All right. Shit, my seven. Um, how was my last seven? Pretty. Yeah, I would say the last seven. Um, it's, it's been kind of honestly like kind of like suspended in like in space type shit, like floating for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Weighing some options and shit, or really trying to, or seeing some options that I could possibly start weighing. You know what I mean? Ways that I can start going, things that I can start doing to fucking start really changing shit around. You know what I mean? Not just fucking working, but
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, doing some other shit on the side. Not work on the side, but shit like grants and shit, and even more shit though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That will put me definitely in a way better fucking space, economically and uh shit, spiritually, all of that. You know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, I kinda suspended in space, uh, ready to make a move, you know what I mean? But still ain't really switched the gear yet, ain't really on it yet completely because I'm still, you know what I mean, trying to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna do all of this shit. Like I'm one fucking person, you know what I mean? So and I be trying to do a million and trillion fucking things, yo. Like
Yeah.
that shit.
How that shit is. It ends up
Hey,
stopping everything else.
man, yo, right. Just keep on fucking going with more and more shit. Like, hold on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, yo, yeah, I gotta get to a couple things and not try to do every fucking thing. So yeah,
They-
pretty much.
I read once it said to take I guess, especially if finances is part of the outcome, part of the goal, then take that one thing that'll make the most finances and start with that. That
Yeah,
way, you're
right.
not bringing the stress on your
Yeah,
personal life, or I mean, when it comes to business, and that could possibly fund every little thing, everything else that
right.
that we have going on in their minds. I
Yeah,
said, that makes sense.
I already said that. Definitely sound about right.
Mhm.
Yeah, but shit, that always been me though. Fucking jack of all trades out this joint. But it's really like it's really like just it's all of the shit that I do though. I really love all of the shit. Like I'm just trying to do every fucking thing that I love,
Yeah.
but yeah, you can't do it all. You know what I mean? But yeah, I really love to do all of the shit that I'm trying to do all at once. All of this shit excites me, but I just can't
Mm.
fucking do everything. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll definitely figure that shit out for sure though. Cause yeah, I need it's I'm definitely beyond the time of not moving forward and just constantly, you know what I mean, being in the loop. Yeah, fuck that shit.
There was enough. We got enough information gathered.
Right. You know what I mean? It's like-
Right, to last us just as long right
Yeah,
now without any more new form creative thoughts right now
exactly.
to last us the
Exactly.
amount of time it took us to gather all this fucking information.
Exactly.
But
Real
you know what I
shit.
mean? As we go, of course, more shit is gonna come out. As we create, more shit is gonna come out. So it's never ending. It's really just about shutting that the revolving part to the door. Can't go, you know, I mean, I can step out of it into the new shit, can't go back. But what I've gathered can come through that door as well, little by little.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I can pull through the kind of shit, the shit that I want to pull through. But ain't no going back. So gotta watch what the fuck we pull through.
Word. All right. So yeah. Let's jump into the show. This week for the inner chicken only got one. This was the last joint on the list. I asked for 10 more. It came up with 10 complete joints that already been done. So I'm figuring we be getting towards the end of the line where I gotta get creative. I'm probably gonna start finding some shit on the back myself. You know what I mean? Seeing what it say on the back of some shit. But for this week we just got one. We got the artificial butter flavor for the
Mhm.
inner chicken. All right. So you already know, let's get to it.
The shit is in your food, it's in the motherfucking chicken. It's in the motherfucking chicken. The shit is in your food, it's in the motherfucking chicken. It's in the motherfucking chicken.
All right. So yeah, hold on, let me make sure I got these. I don't got these. What's wrong with that girl? All right, yeah. So my bad, I didn't upload the pictures, but I got them joints now. All right, so yeah, artificial butter flavor. All right, let's get into it. This is one of the most deceptive ingredients in processed food because it creates the taste of real butter without using much or any real butter. The concern isn't just for the flavor in itself, it's the chemical compounds used to imitate butter. What it is. Artificial butter flavor is a mixture of flavor chemicals designed to mimic butter. One of the most famous compounds historically used is diacetyl or diacetyl. The chemical formula is C4H6O2. Diacetyl naturally occurs in some foods, but industrial food manufacturers often produce flavor compounds synthetically. Where is it found? In microwave popcorn. This is the most famous source. Uh, Butter popcorn, movie theater style popcorn, and microwave popcorn. Butter flavored products, like butter flavored crackers, butter flavored snacks, butter flavored oils, processed foods, cookies, pastries, packaged baked goods, cheese flavored snacks, cheese puffs, cheese crackers, powdered cheese products. Hidden names on labels look for artificial butter flavor, butter flavoring, natural and artificial flavors, diacetyl, acetone, 2 and 3 pentanedione. Sometimes you only see natural flavors without further details. Health concerns. Popcorn lung, most famous concern. This is what made diacetyl famous. Workers in microwave popcorn factories developed broncho, broncholi, my bad, bronchiolis, no, bronchiolitis, my bad. Bronchiolitis, there you go. Bronchiolitis obliterans. Why they don't name this shit some fucking easy shit, bro? Like, goddamn. A severe lung disease nicknamed the popcorn lung. Symptoms are shortness of breath, chronic coughing, reduced lung capacity. The greatest risk came from inhaling concentrated vapors. Respiratory irritation. High exposure may cause lung irritation, airway inflammation, and breathing difficulty. Neurological concerns, emerging research. Some studies have explored links between diacetyl exposure, protein damage, brain health concerns. Research remains ongoing. Ultra processed food marker. Artificial butter flavor almost always appears in highly processed foods, meaning it often comes packaged with preservatives, emulsifiers, refined oils, and artificial colors. Chemical flavor dependence. Artificial butter flavor is designed to intensify taste, increase cravings, and encourage repeat consumption. Cancer risk. Artificial butter flavor is not classified as a carcinogen, but the primary concerns involve respiratory damage, chronic exposure, and industrial inhalation risk. Bans and restrictions. Diacetyl itself is not broadly banned. However, many manufacturers reduced or removed it. Worker safety regulations increase, and alternative flavor chemicals are often used now. Yeah, they found some new chemicals for y'all ass.
Mm.
Long term effects, heavy exposure, potential concerns, respiratory issues, airway inflammation, increased processed food consumption, dependence on hyperpalatable foods, detox timeline. Removing artificial butter flavor products day 1 through 3, reduce processed snack intake, improve hydration. Weeks 1 through 2, reduce cravings, improve digestion. Weeks 3 through 4, better food sensitivity, less dependence on artificial flavors. Safer alternatives. Choose real butter, grass fed butter, ghee, olive oil popcorn, or homemade popcorn. Look for a short ingredient list, real dairy ingredients, and no artificial flavorings. Quick summary: artificial butter flavor uses flavor chemistry to imitate butter, often associated with diacetyl related compounds, famous for the popcorn lung controversy, not classified as carcinogenic, strong marker of highly processed food. Real talk, this ingredient is a perfect example of modern food engineering. Your brain thinks it's eating rich butter, but your body is often getting industrial flavor chemistry instead. Right? Artificial butter flavor.
Yeah, not popcorn. Like it don't have a hold on me, but of course, go to the movies. I'm getting popcorn. Like
Yeah.
every now and then, we'll grab the bag popcorn, throw in the microwave and shit.
Yeah, yeah, definitely not a like a fiend for popcorn, but
Right, right,
yeah,
right.
but if I'm gonna eat it, yeah, definitely extra, extra, extra butter.
Oh yeah, I need the
And
butter.
salt. You know what I mean?
Butter in the middle, butter on top.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah. So yeah, man, the artificial flavor and shit though, but yeah, but shit that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because
I mean,
anytime you faking a funk, try and make the flavor of something that's comes naturally. You know what I mean? You know
mhm.
it got to be fucked up.
Oh yeah, especially when it's way better. You know what I mean? Flavor is just can't
Yeah,
deny. You know what I mean? Licking the fingers.
right.
So yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah. This shit here is not natural.
right. Hell yeah. So yeah. So yeah, for the inner chicken, that was all I got for this week. I'll definitely be back with two next week. Hopefully, if I can find two. I'm sure I can find two. But yeah, this week we only got this one, and I do not believe we have any videos for the inner chicken. Nope. So yeah, that's it. All right. So we gonna end this thing early. Hold
Shit.
on.
There you go. Food. Listen, motherfucker.
All right. So yeah, let's jump straight into the health and wellness. And this week we got two mushrooms, more mushrooms popping out. Agaricus blazy mushroom and tremella mushroom.
Haven't heard of.
Yeah, me either. But yeah, let's jump into it. Hold on, let me pull my picture up. My bad. All right. Agaricus first. Let's get into it. Let me turn my sound on.
Can't hear you.
Uh,
Oh shit! There you go.
I said, can
You,
you hear my Zen music?
yeah, I hear it now. First, when you said something, I couldn't hear you, but I heard the music. But now I hear both.
Okay.
That's what's up.
That's some shit I got too off of pretty much how I make beats too. So that shit that we can use. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
Let me turn it down a little bit. All right, so yeah, let's get into it. Uh, Agaricus blazy mushroom. What exactly is it? Agaricus blazy or blazi, however you want to pronounce. I'm gonna call it blazy. Is a medicinal mushroom originally discovered growing in the mountains of Brazil. Became famous after researchers noticed usually high longevity and wellness among communities that regularly consumed it. Today, it is known as one of the most researched immune support mushrooms, and it's widely used in Japanese mushroom medicine, functional medicine, integrative wellness protocols. What makes it special? Unlike lion's mane, which is brain focus, or chaga, which is antioxidant focus, Agaricus blazi is primarily immune system focused. It contains some of the highest concentrations of beta glucans, immune modulating polysaccharides found in medicinal mushrooms. Key active compounds, beta glucans. This is the primary medicinal compound. They support immune balance, white blood cell activity, and long term immune resilience. Polysaccharides. They help regulate immune response, inflammation, and cellular communication. Uh, Ergosterol, a precursor to vitamin D, supports cellular health and immune function. Antioxidants help protect cells from oxidative stress. Why Agaricus blazei is unique. Agaricus blazei, my bad, blazy, is often called the immune mushroom because it doesn't merely stimulate immunity. Instead, it helps regulate immune function, meaning it may help support both underactive immunity and overactive inflammatory responses. Common forms are what they're best for. The capsule is the most common. Assisted dosing and daily immune support. It's also powder. You can put it in your smoothie, coffee, or mushroom blends. Dual extract, most concentrated medicinal form. Water plus alcohol extraction. Whole mushroom, culinary use, mild functional benefits. All right. So the best way to consume, it says, is the powder, 1/2 to 1 teaspoon daily. Just add it to your coffee, tea, smoothie, or mushroom tonic. If you're taking capsules, 500 to 1,500 milligrams a day. Extract, follow manufacturer dosage, often strongest option. What Agaricus blazy is used for: deep dive immune system, inflammation regulation, antioxidant protection, gut and microbiome health, energy and vitality, longevity support. All right. Where to buy and what to look for. Look for fruit and body mushroom, dual extracted products, organic cultivation, third party testing. Trusted suppliers would be Real Mushrooms, Host Defense, Nootropics Depot, Fresh Cat, Mushroom Wisdom, and more, I'm sure. Possible side effects and caution. Generally considered safe. Possible mild digestive upset, temporary bloating. Use caution if you use immune suppressant medications or if you have severe mushroom allergies. Energetic action, traditional view. Agaricus blazy is considered neutral, strengthening, and restorative. Who is it best for? Ideal for people with frequent illness, immune concerns, chronic inflammation, low vitality. Long-term wellness goals. Quick practical summary. As one of the most powerful immune support mushrooms, rich in beta glucans and polysaccharides, supports inflammation, balance, and resilience. It's excellent for long-term wellness. Best taken as a dual extract or fruit and body powder. Okay, so yeah, that's fire. Yeah. Gotta get into some mushrooms, man. The mushroom sound magical.
uh, well, as far as food consumption, anyway,
Yeah,
they're
food. Yeah,
more
yeah,
popular these days.
yeah,
But even I mean, to get it in the powder form or tincture form, whatever form you decide to get it in,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
get it directly to more than likely bloodstream and all that good shit. And
yeah,
yeah, I like to get my hands on it. Everything. The next thing the research is going to be. Well, I guess everybody's body is different. I was about to say, kind of research the core things that the body needs, and then
mm,
find those core things in I mean the herbs and or mushrooms or whatever the case may be, and kind of put together a herb list for myself, and as well as a food list and a drink list based
yeah,
off of what the uh, uh, general body would need until I'm able to really
yeah,
get into all my types, body types and shit like that. I think
yeah,
that'd be fucking super dope.
yeah. Hell yeah, that's the motherfucking mission. I definitely believe that that's the part of the know thyself. You know what I mean? But that whole thing is about learning who you are. Is definitely a major part is learning what foods and minerals you need for you, for you know what I
So
mean, and how to get that the most natural way.
yeah,
I mean, for longevity and fucking vitality, shit,
yeah, hell yeah, that's the G.
mastering yourself, yeah,
So yeah,
amongst other
I like
things,
that.
of course. But yeah,
I like that.
indeed. So yeah, that was the Garicus Blazy mushroom. Next mushroom we got is the tremella mushroom. All right, let's jump into that. What exactly is it? Tremella is a translucent white mushroom with a soft, gelatinous appearance that resembles a frozen flower or cloud. It has been prized in Chinese medicine for over 1,000 years. It was historically consumed by royal families, nobility, taoist practitioners because of its reputation for beauty, longevity, and youthfulness. What makes it special, tremella is often called nature's higher hyaluronic acid mushroom because it has an incredible ability to hold moisture, support skin hydration, and promote elasticity. Unlike many medicinal mushrooms that focus on immunity, tremella is especially valued for hydration, skin health, brain support, and longevity. Key active compounds, polysaccharides, the primary active compounds, they support skin hydration, immune balance, and cellular protection. Tremelin, a unique polysaccharide associated with moisture retention and skin elasticity. Antioxidants, they help protect cells from oxidative stress, premature aging. Dietary fiber supports digestion and gut health. Why tremella is unique. Tremella can reportedly hold many times its weight in water. That is why it is famous for supporting internal hydration, which may help skin appearance, joint comfort, and tissue moisture. It's often paired with collagen, pearl powder, goji berries, and reishi, and traditional beauty formulas. Common forms are what they're best for. Powder is the most popular. Smoothies, coffee, beauty tonics, capsules, easy daily use, whole mushroom, traditional soups, or Chinese desserts, extracts, concentrated therapeutic use. The best way to consume is recommended would be the powder, one half to 1 teaspoon a day into your tea smoothie, coffee, hot chocolate, whole mushroom, traditionally simmered in herbal soups or sweet tonic broths. Capsules, 500 to 1,500 milligrams a day. All right. Let me see. When buying it, look for fruiting body tremella, organic cultivation, no fillers, and third party tested. Trusted suppliers, some trusted suppliers are Real Mushrooms, Nootropics Depot, Fresh Cap, Four Sigmatic, and Hyperion Herbs. Possible side effects and cautions is generally very safe. Possible mild digestive upset, which is very rare. Use caution if you have mushroom allergies. If you are introducing multiple new mushrooms simultaneously. Energetic action. Tremella is considered cooling, moistening, and nourishing. Who's it best for? People with dry skin, dehydration, aging concerns, dull complexion, dry cough or throat, long-term beauty goals. Quick practical summary. It is known as the beauty mushroom. It supports skin hydration and elasticity, rich in polysaccharides and antioxidants. It supports immune function and longevity. Excellent daily wellness mushroom, best taken consistently over time. Never fire one.
Yes, I did. I'll take that. I think this might have been the first, at least that I caught on to. First time we haven't mentioned mountain roads having an herb.
Hey, yo, I ain't even peep that though.
That's
Yeah,
really,
real shit.
really super popular.
Right?
Super extent, rather.
Hell yeah, that's wild. Maybe they ain't got this shit.
Right. I can dig it.
Crazy. All right, so yeah, I got two readings for the health and wellness though. Hold on. I don't know if y'all can see this. But then again, so yeah, I ain't even gonna pull it up. I'm gonna just leave it like this. All right, so I'm just gonna read these joints. This was posted by on Facebook page from Dre the Healer 369. Check him out. He into a lot of herbs and stuff like that. He wear a white coat. Not sure if he's actually a doctor or herbalist or something. He look like it though. But he posted this. This is a medicinal. This look like it's from a book. Yeah, from the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. All right, hold on real quick. All right, yeah. So these is basically a list of herbs for different things. Different look like we got bones, herbs for bones, then herbs for cancer, herbs for childhood diseases and issues, and herbs for digestive and intestinal issues. This is just a part of one page. So for bones, some herbs for bone breaks would be comfrey, Comfrey. Look like, yeah. Let me make this bigger. Solomon seal, wild teasel, Teasel, bones for osteoarthritis, cat's claw, comfrey, dandelion, diatomaceous earth, crazy,
Right.
Epsom salts, evening primrose, greater burdock or leeks, black cohosh for osteosporosis, dandelion, same thing, diatomaceous earth, Epsom salts, evening primrose, horsetail, red clover, sugar maple, and wild teasel. For cancer prevention and treatment, ashwagandha, balsam fir, bilberry, birch, bleeding heart, blue and black elderberry, cabbage, calendula, cascara sagrada, cat's claw, cattails, chaga, choke cherry, cleavers, comfrey, cranberry, dandelion, devil's club, elecampane, flax, greater burdock, hardy kiwi, basil, honey locust, leeks, lemon balm. Like, yo, I ain't gonna, yeah. Now, this is a lot of shit, bro. Yeah, you pretty much got to like dedicate a large portion of your time to organizing and figuring out all of these herbs and stuff, and you know what I mean, and having them or figuring out where to get them from and buying them and then using them at the right time, and you know what I mean. I don't know if they expire or not, you know what I mean? But yeah,
I would say
it's,
with there being so many, I would really hope not.
you know what I mean. Like, yo, it's a lot to it. And that even if just going through them to figure out which ones is best is gonna be a lot because there's a whole fucking lot of these motherfuckers.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's a good thing, though, of course. But it's a lot.
Yeah, and I guess that's why a lot of people, when they do find, excuse me, when they do find something that works for them, they kind
Yeah,
of get stuck on it and kind of don't
yeah,
want to go anything else or go searching for anything else.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's pretty much a lot. It's still like more. I'm about to show this real quick so anybody watching can screenshot it or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Instead of having to keep rewinding me going back through them. All right. So yeah, that's it right there. Some herbs for cancer, childhood diseases and issues, bones, digestive and intestinal issues. All right. There's another one too. Hold on. This is kidney herbs. Yeah, and up top you got some typhoid, tonsillitis, venereal diseases, yellow fever, Zika. And this is for kidney problems, kidney disease, kidney stones, nephritis, strengthens kidneys. These are all of the different herbs for that. See if I can make that bigger real quick. Oh. All right, so yeah. Take that screenshot and write it down, whatever you do, you know what I mean? All right. Hold on. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the health and wellness. No videos this week. So we gonna just jump straight into pretty much what the show is about. I do got some other I think I got some other videos, but hold on. I think I can just show the other joints that I got before we get into the money shit. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna show these videos before we get into the topic of the show pretty much. It's actually only one video and 3 readings. But definitely some very interesting information that I found, and of course where I found them from. So check this out. Hold on, I gotta reshare my page again. My bad. All right, so yeah. The first joint is a video, but it's pretty much a start and stop video. Um, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, this is definitely very interesting. This come from Facebook page of Taylor Price. We went over a couple of his videos already before in a few other episodes. He always got some interesting ass shit on his page. And this is crazy as most of the other ones are. So let's check this one out. Trying to remember what exactly this was about. All right, here we go. All right, so yeah, I think this is some stuff I gotta read. Let me make this right bigger. All right, yeah. So this is pretty much a pause to read video, so we'll be pausing it for like each scene. But this says, do you still think the United States is a country owned by the people? Donovan Christie. This is a 1927 news article showing America was sold to 5 billionaires, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Harrimans, and the Warburgs. John D. Rockefeller, Masonic Creed. This is something that he wrote himself. We will keep their lives short and their minds weak while pretending to do the opposite. We will use our knowledge, and science, and technology in subtle ways so that they never see what is happening. We will use soft metals, agent accelerators, and sedatives in food and water as well as in the air. They will be covered in poisons wherever they turn. The soft metals will make them lose their minds. All right, this is literally what he said. This is out of the words from his own mouth. And the people that all right. If I am a traitor, who did I betray? I'm not sure who this is. Said I gave all of my information to the American public, to American journalists who are reporting on American issues. If they see that as treason, they need to consider who they think they're working for. The public is supposed to be their boss, not their enemy. We Jews, we are the destroyers and will remain the destroyers. Nothing you can do will meet our demands and needs. We will forever destroy because we want a world of our own. This is from Maurice Samuel, taken from his book, You Gentiles. This is the Israel you don't know. Some more that's still alive, but we went over a couple episodes ago how some, people allegedly are still alive and just actors in this big ass show that we watch every day. The tragedy we all witnessed via television was fake. All 6 astronauts survived. That's fantastic news. But now what? Do not reject this theory before looking closer. What is too mind bending for some might fascinate you. These 3 crew members were found to be alive and well. Unique identifiers such as voice print, face symmetry, age, and demographics match too precisely to be coincidence. We can speculate about why or marvel at the death of the fraud. Why don't we demand answers and justice instead? Tell us the truth. Trying to follow the science, but it keeps leading me back to the money. Good big ass thing. Have you heard about the underground tunnels across the world? Here's the machine used to make them. And here's the Walmart logo. So, yeah, same thing.
Okay.
This map, created in 1978, shows a network of underground tunnels. It is a vast labyrinth of bases under the U.S., with most of the entrances located in national forests. More underground tunnel entrances across the world. This is
A
from
lot of people talk
1996.
about them tunnels too.
Uh,
A lot of people talk about those tunnels too.
yeah. Tunnels is definitely becoming more and more of a popular conversation topic these days.
A whole new world, a whole different world of these grounds.
Yeah. These are allegedly some camera photos of some entrances of some of these tunnels, and they do look massive. Yeah, but of course, it's massive. Like I said, you can fit 18-wheelers down that joint. You know what I mean? So yeah. So you know what I mean. But it said they're called DUMBs, deep underground military bases. Yeah. Whole cities down there, motherfucker.
Right. Wow.
All right, it's just more pictures and entrances. DUMs or DUMBs, they found food and drink hidden by the cabal for consumption that could feed the world for the next 150 years. 14.2 billion tons of high quality food. They have been analyzed. The samples did not contain toxic substances that are normally released in the general population.
And the original.
Right.
And
Right.
you know what? That's their grocery stores. That's the shit they eat.
Exactly.
Uh,
Exactly. That's why we get the bullshit.
right.
We get the
Yeah.
white powder.
Hmm.
Army is spending $500 million to train soldiers to fight underground. Our Iron Hawk troop raised a tunnel complex during training at West Fort Hood. This was part of a larger training operation that included recon missions and air movement and live fire. Right, so this is allegedly recently.
Do you remember?
All right. So yeah. Hold on, let me go back. All right, yeah. So definitely some interesting information. But yeah, it's definitely a lot of talk, about these tunnels and what they doing or what they possibly could really, what they really doing with these motherfuckers.
Right.
What's really going on down that joint, you know what I mean? But yeah.
It says the underground cities and all that type of shit. So it's stores and malls and everything else down there, motherfucker.
Shit crazy.
A lot of people say it.
Right, a lot of people said though. A lot of people said. You know what I'm saying, man? Hey, whole time they living the real life down there. Well, not the real life, but the natural life down that joint. You know what I mean? Why they exposing us to the chemicals and shit?
Right. All that food you have for how many years, they say?
Last 150 years.
Come on, man. That's a lot of fucking food.
Right.
Or to be able to store it somewhere.
Right. Like, come on,
Like,
man.
y'all got a lot of shit going on down there.
Yeah, like what the fuck is really going on? Man? What the fuck is really going on? Because really, that ain't even that don't even make sense when you think about it. You know what I
Right.
mean? First of all, if it's natural, if it's natural and it lasts 150 years, then that means this is some whole different level of shit that we thinking about now. Now it's to the point where it's like, oh, food actually don't ever spoil. You know what I mean? Like, but we never actually came across real food, but they got it.
But
And
yeah,
it can last that amount of time. You know what I mean?
yeah,
They get hit us with the fake shit with the preservatives because our food don't last because it's fucking fake. So they had to put the preservatives in that shit to make it last type shit. Like you could go all types of fuck ways with that type of shit. Though.
yeah, opens doors. Opens doors for conversation, that's for sure.
Yeah. Or just enough food to feed a lot of people. They might got 2,500, 3,000 people. You know what I mean? That's gonna be like that'll migrate down that joint and be like, yeah, we gonna be here for the next 100-something years type of shit. You know what I mean? So you need that much. Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, only them.
You know what I mean? Shit wild though, man. All right, this one is a reading. This came from a Saru Nelson page on Facebook. This is my first time ever seeing something from this person's page, so I'm not sure. It looks like a regular person, not I don't know, not a business page. I mean, or not look like a personal page. Yeah, Saru Nelson. So yeah, I don't know. Check him out. But this came from this page. I read it and I definitely found it interesting. All right. It's called "Is God an Extraterrestrial?" And this is written by Dr. York, Dr. Malachi York. Spiritual Dr. Malachi Z. York, Okran, 33rd degree, 720. Questions: are the beings in the underground bases human or extraterrestrial? The answer: the beings in these bases are, I think, matter of fact, let me clear this up. This will be confusing. So yeah, this is actually an interview from somebody interviewing, I think, Dr. York's son. You know what I mean? So yeah, matter of fact, that's what it is. So this is Dr. York's son, and this is an interview. So the question is the interview, and the answers is Dr. York's son. Question: Are the beings in the underground bases human or extraterrestrial? The answer: the beings in these bases are human and live in neighborhoods of 80,000 to 100,000. And this is definitely this is coming from the work of Dr. York too. But at this time, allegedly, he was already locked up. There's also a third group that are humans who have been bred below the surface, who have never known life on the surface. They are like slaves and number 150,000. They would be what the military calls perfect soldiers because they are not allowed to understand life and involvements with emotions. They have never been able to have bonds of friendship, and because it is difficult for them to work with others. The Spanish want to put a tunnel through penis, pins, or Penes, in Bor, a road to Morocco on the African coast. The Norwegians want to burrow under the fjords. The Canadians are building a tunnel from Newfoundland to Prince Edward's Island. There's also a 53-mile long superconductor collider to be built in Texas. Bear in mind that all of these projects are classified as civil engineer projects. Of course, there are advantages and disadvantages to all of this because you have to take into consideration the atmosphere and the environment. However, it will be like connecting worlds. You can best believe if they were talking about this 12 years ago, it was already in the making then and are now in operation. Underground bases have existed since the 1950s. As a matter of fact, the Air Force Base called Area 51 in Nellis, Nevada, was one of the first to have underground bases in 1951. At Nellis Air Force Base, which also known as Area 51, Dreamland, the Spot, the Ranch, Watertown, Groom Lake, the area, Blue Diamond, and Red Square. It's not the only place where there are underground bases. There are underground tunnels and facilities in New Mexico and Dolce, Sunspot, Delta, Grand Mesa, Colorado Springs, in California at Needles, Edwards Air Force Base, Tehachapi Mountains, Fort Areas, Quartz Mountain, and Tonopah. In Dolce, New Mexico, a joint establishment and extraterrestrial biogenetic laboratory designed to carry out genetic and other experiments on humans and animals. Everything is controlled by advanced magnetics, including lighting and elevators. Say if you got a scroll refers to scroll 82 entitled Mission Earth and Extraterrestrial Involvement. Scroll number 84 entitled Are There UFO Extraterrestrials in Your Midst? Scroll 131 entitled Shambhala and Agata Cities Within Earth. All right. Yeah, I definitely been hearing a lot about the magnetism too, and how that's like the perfect technology and how they use to do shit that they will allegedly will never give us. Now let us be, you know what I mean, have control type of shit. But and I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I'm definitely want to dive deep into that shit. But yeah, I heard a lot about that.
Yeah, that's
Like,
right.
yeah, they say that shit is like way better than any technology we know as far as probably a lot of things. But I remember hearing like transportation, like cars and shit. How it's hard to even explain, you know. But it's like
And okay, and they are talking about the tunnels. I was ready to say that sounds familiar, but that's what I heard
yeah,
it. How they say it can get you from one place to it like can speed up shit.
yeah,
Get you from the one side of the world to the other side of the world in that's in an hour, kind of
yeah,
thing, whatever that
yeah,
is. Yeah, okay.
yeah,
And I want to say they tapped on that. Maybe it was in a different way. In the movie, the Atom Project, it was something about a lot of magnetism type shit in that as
yeah.
well. On in a particular scene, in the scene that I'm thinking about particular. But
Gotcha.
yeah,
Yeah,
hell yeah, that shit wild.
yeah. That's why I always say, ain't no telling all the technology that's actually available.
Oh
Why
yeah,
we amazed at the technology that we got, man.
damn. So imagine if we was to ever see, you know what I
Uh,
mean, what else is out there outside of seeing it in the movies. Which,
exactly.
in a way, if you can expand your mind, it's kind of like you got to get that shit from somewhere.
Right, exactly.
So believe it to be true. Believe that shit to be true and get excited about it. Well,
for
not
that.
excited, but get wild about it because in my mind, a lot of that shit that they put in the movies is true.
Yeah.
So even
That's
some
what I
of
said
it in
when I
technology.
saw shit, I can't remember the movie name, but with Denzel's son about them like going in the past to some time loop or some shit. That's what I say. I'm like, yo, that shit like gotta really exist so they seen it or something. Cause who the fuck would just think of some shit like that without, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
yo, the way they put that shit together, like, nigga, y'all, yeah, somebody that was in touch with this movie, fucking seen that, know about this type of technology or some shit, nigga. Cause yeah,
You
you ain't just that
um,
fucking creative to come up with this movie, nigga. This ain't like cut the crap.
what was that? Let me see. Forgot what it was called.
Yeah, it was damn, I can't remember what the fuck it was called,
I
man.
remember.
I'm gonna think about it though, and if worst case scenario, I'll text that shit to you. But
You
yeah,
good? I'm gonna look
yeah,
it up.
yeah. And Denzel's son, like Tom Loop, like Tenet. There you go, Tenet.
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
All right, yeah,
yeah,
I remember. I don't think I seen it in that. But
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. That shit was fire for sure. But yeah, the technology in that shit, I'm like, yeah, these motherfuckers, they did this shit before. They seen this shit before.
Yeah,
And they
certain
know
movie
it.
producers and shit are able to get their hands on that type of script. You know what I mean? Add that to that type of script and shit. You got to be of high level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how that shit go.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let me keep going. My bad. Question: what was the alternatives? One, two, three. Answer: underground bases are a part of a plan that was devised in case of emergency situations where the planet was either under attack by extraterrestrial beings or the planet was to self-destruct, which is it is very close to happening right now. This plan is called alternatives one, two, and three. Alternative one was mass genocide. By this, I mean through wars, genocide, the promotion of crime, drugs, sexually transmitted diseases, music, all kinds, bad food, and many other self destructive activities. All of this is done and promoted in an effort to reduce the population. Although people are dying every day, there are babies being born every day to take their places. People are multiplying a lot faster than they are being eliminated, so that plan failed. Alternative two was to build underground cities to escape the atrocities of this world. They have built an underground road that leads from New York to London, and they are now in the process of connecting all of Europe together to make it one country, like the United States. One of the best known top secrets involve a hidden city about 4 miles west of the White House. This hidden city is located in rural Virginia, just 47 miles west of Washington, D.C. An exclusive report in an August 7th, 1989 edition of U.S. News and World Report tells the secret plan to carry on government in case of disaster. The plan is called Continuity of Government, or COG. The article states that continuity of government is the government's ultimate insurance policy if a disaster were to hit the earth. They put that shit in the movies too. Couple movies. End of the world movies when they was talking about continuity of government or a continuation, who was going to be the president, bring them all type shit. You know what I mean? In the new world.
Right.
Hmm.
Right.
That shit is real though. This is a real plan
I
that they got.
believe it.
Yeah. A disaster would hit the earth in 1982. A new secret agency, the Defense Mobilization Planning Agency, was created and reports to the president. In the event of a nuclear attack, special teams equipped with war plans, military codes, and other essential data would accompany president. Another 46 key officials named in the Joint Emergency Evacuation Plan will be evacuated. There are 50 of these underground command post bunkers located in 10 different regions of the country, and each is linked with others via satellite or ground wave relays. Alternative three is the total evacuation of the planet Earth to another inhabitable planet. Of course, you're saying there are no other planets to go to. Yes, there is. What do you think the whole Star Wars, Mars, and Moon projects are about? It is about getting off the planet before it's too late. There's a group of selected people already on Mars called the Brain Team. When I say selected, I am referring to a group of people that are called the elite in your society. Hey, pause right there too. And that actually makes like a whole lot of fucking sense. Actually, like even though we seeing the faking of the moon and shit, like yo, that definitely don't mean that they not really trying to fucking get somewhere. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's what I was saying. That's probably why they showing us bullshit. 'Cause they don't really want to see where the fuck they really going, how that shit really look. You know what I mean? Or what they really got to do and what the fuck the reason is they doing it for in the first place. So yeah,
Right.
this fake ass moon. Yeah, then y'all gonna think it's fake because it is fucking fake. But shit, they could really be doing some other shit over here.
Yeah. Very much so.
Yeah.
And the way, and honestly, the way to the moon or the way to any other planet, are you speaking of Mars? The way to it could be beyond what we imagine as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Some
again,
shit they don't want us to see.
right, it may not be fucking up. You know,
Yeah, man,
it may not be up. You know,
crazy shit.
the possibilities of it all, man.
Yeah.
No,
All right.
no.
And please don't kid yourself by thinking that you are going to be part of any of these plans. The only plan that you are part of is alternative one, mass genocide. This is one side of the underground bases. Then there's the other side, where there are extraterrestrial involvements and experiments taking place. Some of these bases are even ran by extraterrestrials. This is one. This is one side of the underground bases. Then there's the other side. The fuck? They put that shit twice. Come on, man, get it together. All right. The extraterrestrials wanted to make a deal with the government. This included the exchange of technology and the use of the upper levels of the bases. Although the creatures still maintain a disguise of benevolence, they absolutely refused the majority of the scientists and government workers, even though the government workers managed to enter their lower levels to carry out the aliens' agenda. They did not want to let them know that they existed. Something begins to happen to the minds of those working at these installations. It has to do with a type of mind control influence, much less let them know that they existed. Uh, many witnesses had many witnesses had that was many witnesses had that was bringing them under the control beings of these beings. Many witnesses who had been in these bases were confused by the fact that most of the workers appeared to be nothing more than mindless zombies, carrying on with their assigned tasks, apparently oblivious to the existence of other people. Many have lost all feeling and personality. All right, so yeah, basically, because they fucking up with the word. Yeah, basically, they saying that in these bases, all of the humans that went to work eventually ended up mindless and fucking just straight zombie working. You know what I mean? Mind control type shit. They wasn't people no more. They was just under control type shit.
Right, right.
Human workers there have evidently Human workers there have evidently come under the spell as well. They know how to manipulate the human mind extremely well, as they have done for thousands of years. These installations were taken over from below, not from above. And the workers there who are being controlled through fear and mind manipulation are led to believe that the establishment is still in control and that everything taking place is for the good of humanity. When in actuality, the serpent race is running the program. In ancient time, they were called Hell, Shoal, or Jahannam. The reptilian race, were called Serpent or the Devil. That's your religious teachings. Question: how and when did common people discover these bases? Answer: one such case was back in 1979 when a group of government scientists and workers managed to penetrate into the lower depths of this underground complex, and were horrified when they suddenly came across a huge chamber filled with remains of human mutilation victims. Uh, some of these, some of these may be some of America's missing children. This and other indications suggest that there may be hidden Holocaust taking place deep underground. The workers had no sooner discovered the truth when they themselves were taken captive by the infernal creatures, which controlled the deeper level of bases. However, these workers were able to warn other government workers who were able to escape and warn their superiors about what was going on. Right? Free Dr. York. So yeah, these was some of Dr. York's teachers and shit. And this is yeah, so this is the reason that he believes for these underground bases. Yeah, that we are actually being controlled. I mean, I heard a lot about that. You know what I mean? Of course, but I mean, that this is why the world allegedly is the way it is, so evil. One side of it anyway, because
Yeah.
it's literally ran by fucking evil damn beings, demons. That's not human. You know what I mean? But shit, and at the end with me, me being who I am, it's not hard to believe that for me. Like at this point, it's like, yo, I mean, but for anybody else, you should, if you really think about it, it's like that's like a possibility. Like just think about it. Like you don't even know who you are. You were just born here and you're gonna fucking be here. Like just that alone is like that's some weird shit. You know what I mean? Like so that means some other shit can be born here. You got ants, you got animals, dogs, cats, all this type of shit. Like yo, I'm sure there's entities that been born that you have never seen.
All
You know what
right.
I mean? Yeah, all of these fucking different creatures and shit, man. Everything conscious, everything moving and know how to survive. Come on, yo. You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely um would believe that there's a possibility that it would just would make a lot of fucking sense of why shit is this fucking ill like this. You know what I mean? Fucking like this shit is some weird shit.
Right. Hey, and who's to say we're not the aliens that took over
Yeah, right.
and overpopulated to
Yeah,
the original, I mean, alien kind of species that was
yeah,
out there before us, maybe.
exactly. I don't know what the hell this shit is, man.
Man, we just here to play that part, man.
Yeah, man. That shit is wild, man. But yeah, so those are some that comes from the teachings of Dr. Malachi York, free to God.
That's,
If he's actually locked up, once again, you never know. They could have just been like, yo, you shut up, we can go over here and live comfortably. But
right. Every
you know,
now and then, take some pictures in the jail, take some videos in the jail or something.
yeah, so you never know. Or they could have really locked his ass up. It was like, nah, fuck you. Shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah. Who knows? Who knows, man? I don't know. But yeah, so I got another joint. That's definitely some interesting information though, because it just makes sense. Why shit is this crazy like this? All
Solar
right.
individuals.
Yeah, right. Some real inhumane type shit. These are, it can't be humans that don't give a fuck like this. Like we ain't got no feeling, no nothing. All these people. Shit is wild. All
Right.
right, yeah. This joint, this is about the education system, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Public education is failing humanity. This comes from Omnicore Tech page on Facebook. What began as a system that could have cultivated wisdom, creativity, sovereignty, and innovation gradually transformed into a mass conditioning apparatus designed primarily to produce obedient workers for industrial civilization. Clip that. The evidence is everywhere. Children enter the world naturally curious, imaginative, energetic, inventive, emotionally expressive, and deeply exploratory, super fast. Yet, after years inside the modern system, many emerge psychologically exhausted, creatively muted, emotionally disconnected, financially illiterate, spiritually disoriented, and terrified of thinking outside of institutional approval. This is not an accident. As industrial civilization expanded during the late 19th and early 20th centuries, education was systematically redesigned around the needs of factories, corporations, and centralized economic control. Influential industrial powers such as John D. Rockefeller helped shape an education model optimized for compliance, punctuality, specialization, repetition, and workforce preparation. Schools became assembly lines, bells regulate movement, authority dictates truth, memorization replaces discovery, standardized testing replaces intelligence, obedience is rewarded more consistently than originality. This system trains children to sit still for hours, ask permission constantly, and suppress intuition. Fear mistakes, compete for validation, and memorize fragments of information disconnected from real life. Meanwhile, many of the most essential human capabilities are neglected entirely. Students are rarely taught how money truly works, for sure. How propaganda operates, how power structure manipulate perception, how to regulate emotion, how to grow food, how to build strong communities, how to cultivate health, how to think critically, how to discover purpose, how to create something truly original. And perhaps most revealing of all of this continued dismantling of music, art, theater, philosophy, storytelling, and the creative exploration throughout public education. Uh, I think I read it wrong. And perhaps most revealing of all of this is the continued dismantling of music, art, theater, philosophy, storytelling, and creative exploration throughout public education. The very disciplines most connected to imagination, emotional intelligence, symbolism, intuition, innovation, and higher order thinking are continuously treated as expandable or expendable. Why? Because creativity produces unpredictable human beings. A child deeply connected to imagination, beauty, philosophy, nature, music, craftsmanship, and authentic inquiry becomes far harder to standardize, control, and psychologically contain. Modern neuroscience consistently shows that music and art strengthen memory, emotional regulation, innovation, cognitive flexibility, communication, and problem solving abilities. Yet these programs are repeatedly cut while standardized testing and workforce metrics dominate educational priorities. The message is clear. The system increasingly values economic utility over awakened humanity. This does not mean individual teachers are the enemy. Many educators are trapped inside a machine they themselves no longer believe in, but the structure itself reveals its true purpose. Public education in its current form largely produces workers, consumers, followers, and debt dependent populations conditioned to function inside of systems built by others. It does not reliably cultivate sovereign thinkers, visionaries, inventors, philosophers, healers, artists, builders, or deeply conscious human beings. History's greatest innovators rarely emerge from rigid conformity. Alan Albert Einstein openly spoke about the importance of imagination. Nikola Tesla relied heavily on visualization and inner imagery. Buckminster Fuller Buckminster Fuller warned that society was educating people for obsolete systems rather than teaching them how reality actually works. True intelligence cannot fully emerge inside of systems built primarily around conformity and control. That is precisely why so many people are now turning toward homeschooling, decentralized education, apprenticeship models, ex- experiential learning, community knowledge sharing, and alternative systems rooted in creativity, sovereignty, and direct experience. Humanity does not need more perfectly conditioned worker bees. It needs awakened human beings capable of original thought, deep feeling, courage, imagination, and conscious participation in the future of civilization. A truly evolved society would educate people not merely to fit into the machine, it would educate them to transcend it. Yeah. So definitely always for me it's fucking I ain't gonna say elementary for real, 'cause elementary was a little bit different, you know what I mean? It was more active, more involved,
Yeah.
you know, and it was still the basics of learning the shit that we actually gonna use, like learning how to fucking spell and you know what I mean,
Oh, right,
read
right, right.
like that.
So we're getting the part that we kind of needed,
Yeah, shit that we really needed. You
even
know what I mean?
for their playing. You know what I
Right,
mean?
even when they right.
So
Use it.
ain't no
Yeah,
way
when we right to use this shit, this
right.
is important. You know what I mean?
Right. So y'all
So,
get this one.
right. Yeah, I
60
mean,
coming up.
yeah, yeah. So
That's
yeah,
But I
And
remember in middle when they had home ec though.
yeah, home ec, yeah, yeah,
Home ec
yeah,
was there because I remember cooking.
yeah. I think I had home ec in like sixth. I want to say sixth grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So in the elementary, I was cool with school actually. You know what I mean? And then as it kept going on, it's like it just kept slumping. You know what I mean? Like elementary was cool and fun because we were still kids, we were still playing. You know what I mean? So we wasn't even thinking about, yeah, imagination was still running wild, all that type of shit. We wasn't thinking about no system. You know what I mean? We was just we was in school. Fuck it. It's middle school. All right. I don't know. It's still all
Yeah.
right, I guess. More work. Shit. By the time I got to ninth grade, yo, it was like, yo, nah. Like, yo, literally the first day of ninth grade when I first got there and everybody had to sit in the lunchroom, that's when I was like, I already had the feeling like, yo, yeah, this shit is fucking whack. This shit is not gonna be yeah, I'm definitely drifting off of this path right here. You know what I'm saying? Like I just knew that it just kept getting dumber and dumber and not and less imaginative as it went along. As everybody already know, because y'all went to school too, you know what I mean? But yeah, in my head, I was really, really like I felt strongly about that, but I knew that I couldn't just fucking just say that, even though I think I did say it a couple times. I probably told mine a couple times, like, yeah, school is dumb. I'm sure I said that before. Like, yeah, but you know, of course, got older and realized that all my feelings made sense because it is a fucking system of control. Some
Fucking
bullshit.
straight scam.
Yeah,
They taking you away from all the possibilities that fucking could possibly be. And
shit.
but I mean, of course, once you get to college, even in college, yes, it's a little better because you can kind of pick your classes, pick the direction that you want to go. But it's still to be able to operate within their world, though.
Right,
And it's not to do um, as far as control. I guess you wouldn't have much of it going through their system,
right,
regardless of kind of what direction you go into with any kind of degrees. Which I'm not saying it's a bad thing because yes, you can create a great life for yourself if you're only solely worrying about your life and not worried about what they got going on and stuff like that, and you don't mind a 9 to 5 working, and of course, I mean shit like that.
yeah,
There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody who got the degrees and did the school thing and all that type shit.
yeah,
But you know what I mean? For minds like ours, you look at it like I came across one interview where he said, it's called a master's. You're getting your master's degree. It might have been Dr. Umar. It's not like some Dr. Umar shit.
yeah,
But he got his degree in psychology or something like that. So it might not have been him. But it's like, you're getting your master's and your master's degree. So he's guiding every which way, or they are guiding every which way that they want you to go. Think
right,
from the time, maybe middle school on up. I mean, it's their guidance, it's their control. And once you come up to the highest level, boom, now you are good enough to get my degree. You know what I mean? With my name on it, kind of thing. To be able to operate in our systems and make a little bit of money after you pay back all that shit that you just gave us, or that we just gave you.
yeah, motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah, the setup, man. The setup is wild.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
And you're willing to work their system because, of course, it could be worked as well. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
do your thing, man.
absolutely. All right. So yeah, this one, I think this is the last one, I believe. Just a little quick reading. Humanity is splitting into two timelines. This comes from the page of Amelia singing. Oh, Amelia sing a new song. Sing a new song is one. They put it into one word as a last name, I guess. But yeah. So this is basically just a picture saying humanity is splitting into two timelines. One programmed by algorithms, one rebuilt through awareness. And it shows both sides. Both sides. It says the algorithm timeline feeds you distraction, steals your attention, controls your choices, predicts and manipulates, creates consumers, promotes fear and division, and keeps you asleep. The awareness timeline feeds you clarity, protects your energy, empowers your choices, inspires growth and healing, creates conscious beings, promotes love and unity, wakes you up. The choice is happening right now. Your energy decides your destination. All right, yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying. This is definitely a frequency thing
Yeah,
of where you will be for your future, what your world will look like, allegedly. Yeah, I mean,
that's
yeah, but
I
I believe it.
oh hell yeah. Go ahead, my bad. That's the thing. I believe that shit too.
You can go. You can go. Go ahead.
I had a dream where one of my first jobs, one of my first real jobs was Burger King,
Mm,
and I had a dream. In this dream, I was like at an interview. I was in the interview, and the dream was like last week. I was in an interview talking to one of the managers, doing a job interview as if I'm ready to fucking, like I applied for the job.
yeah.
Then the guy I was being interviewed by asked me if I really wanted to work there. And we both started to laugh, kind of thing. And then that is the absolute only thing I remember of the dream. So looking at, of course, looking it up, and checking it out on what that mean. Of course, Burger King was in an old life kind of,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
by the question that's being asked, do you? I mean, okay, you've applied for, but do you really want to fucking be here? As if
right,
it's asking, do you really want to revert back to your old life? Kind of
yeah,
as
yeah,
if telling me like, hold up, okay, we're now in this space. Like you're not out of the woods yet, kind of thing. Like you're in this space where you can very much so go back to your old ways and miss out on the opportunity of evolving if you don't put something new within this space. And that's, what I mean, new meaning anything that'll help me become who I'm supposed to become in my next level kind of thing.
right,
But if I don't be consistent with those things because I know what they are, and if I don't continue to be consistent with it and I allow these distractions to slip in, then I'm gonna be back, in that old life kind of thing. And
yeah,
the breakdown was just so fucking dope. But I'm like, yeah, that's
yeah,
wow, that's wild. I had a whole dream, but that's the only fucking part that I remember. And I can remember that I
right,
had a whole dream, but I can't tell you what the fuck it was.
right.
That part right there, that was the part that I remember clearly when I woke up.
Yeah, that was the message it was trying to give you right there. Boom. That's all you need to remember. Boom.
That's been happening lately too. Like having full dreams, explosive, like boom, boom, I wake up, only remember a small little part. And I'm like,
Right.
this shit up to this, but check into it, and that's the main part of the goddamn story. Everything else didn't matter, but that part
Yeah,
there was the part that was going to get the message through to me on what it needed to be, kind of thing.
yeah.
This shit is,
And I can't remember who it was, but somebody that I was watching said that the reason why you usually can't remember most of your dreams is because your dreams something like the dream state isn't like connected to the same part as like memories, like waking memories or some shit like that.
yeah, yeah,
Like it was something to that nature. Basically, was saying that when you sleep, you don't remember the same way you do as when you awake. So you really not remembering your dream at all. It was like it's actually different realms that you be in.
to tap
You know
in.
what I mean? That's why you got some remnants of it. You can, but that's why it's also hard to just remember completely. But I think it was like, yeah, because your brain actually wasn't there. It was like your soul was there. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
your brain ain't gonna remember because your brain is responsible for the memory shit. So really, what you're seeing in your brain is just your soul having, I guess, some type of experience that you can still see a little bit, but you can't. I mean, no matter how much I try to sit, actually, the harder I sit and think about my dream, the quicker it go away.
it's gonna go
You know
away.
what I mean? Yeah. If I sit
Forget
and think
about
too hard,
it. When you forget and you just going about your business, that's when
yeah,
it come back to you.
yeah,
Hey, that's crazy because like I'm still reading. I'm not forcing myself to, just read through the book, Man and the Symbols by Carl Jung. So I'm
yeah,
still reading that joint. And the other day when I was reading it, that's the part that they were on. The very
yeah,
part that you just spoke on was about the different everything that you just broke down was the very part that I picked back up on. So that's
damn.
fucking and it's in this fucking book. That is
Right.
yeah, that's wild. But it spoke on that, the different layers of things, the different, you know what I mean, awareness, and they speak a lot of awareness.
Yeah.
Just a different levels to it, man. This shit is wild, man. And
Yeah.
you know, it becomes not too difficult to explain, but it's kind
Yeah.
of like a feeling behind it. So it's kind of like, you know, man, you want motherfuckers to see it for themselves so they can get the full effect behind the shit. It's
Yeah.
crazy, crazy in a good way, crazy in a good
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. It's
And that's
definitely it is hard to explain for me for real because I swear the feeling that I got about it I can't explain it. It just feel the only way I would explain it is magical. Like that's how I feel about it. Like I feel like I know what it is, but I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? Like I do know, but somehow I'm convincing myself that I don't know, but I can feel it. Shit is like magic. It's like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? But at the same time, they trying to oppress this shit, trying to keep us from remembering this shit or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just a lot to it though. But
yeah, that's why I had to break down to my wife
yeah,
about certain things that like I would keep to myself
right,
because and this is like one of those things, right? Because if I try to explain it and like you're looking at me like I'm crazy or you looking at me like without the same excitement as I got from it because I know this shit is a real game life changer when it you know
right,
what I mean it's done correctly, consistent discipline and all that type shit. But it, you know, and I'm not taking anything away from a person not being, you know, I mean, where I am. Of course, I'm not doing that.
yeah,
I just rather just keep it to myself and just feel this magical moment because I don't want nobody, you know, man, I ain't nobody stopping that shit. Because I know, you know, man, we know what we know when we go through shit because it's our time to feel that. It's our time to be in the space where we, you know, fork in the road and we
yeah,
get to choose. We are aware and alert enough to choose our next direction. And we know
right,
it can be going reverting back to the old shit, or it can be going on to and becoming. You know what I mean? So, you know,
yeah,
it's
absolutely,
funny. I just had to break it down about certain things. I don't want to share, man, because I'm
right,
still in a space where if you don't show with certain things, if you don't show that excitement, like you know, you chopping it down a little bit. Like, why the fuck you don't know this? Even though at the same time, I know that you know you got to be ready. You got to be there. You got to see it yourself. So,
yeah,
hell yeah, man.
indeed.
That's indeed,
So
man.
yeah, all right. So yeah, let's actually jump into this reading that I got about the currency,
That's indeed.
money. We'll talk about some money up in this thing. Definitely something that's been heavy on my mind. Financial stability. It's always been on my mind for real, of course, like most people. But but lately, like really kind of fucking get serious about it. Type of
Yeah,
shit.
man.
Yeah, like no more games about this shit. Like for real, bro. Cause getting older. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's time to do things smarter.
Yeah, man.
Workforce.
Shit,
Mhm.
shit is yours. Cause if not, you be going to this shit unprepared at 60. You know what I mean? Still talking about what we talking about now. Y'all gotta get it together at 60. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you way behind, bro. You know what I mean? And ain't no telling what the fuck the world gonna be like then too. So it like
Man,
shit then, look at the inflation already from when we was younger to now.
mm, yeah,
Bro.
man. And this thing 60, that's another good 20.
Yeah, another 20 years, bro.
Years, 17 years. Like, come on, man. You know,
Come
what could
on.
be counting that in 5 of those years?
Right.
You know what I mean? So the rest of the 40s, like I'm trying to have the 50s like super money working for.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Want to
yeah,
be able to move freely, relax a little more. You know what I mean? Definitely be in control of my time more in my 50s for sure. Not
Mhm.
rushing. No fucking way. You know what I mean? Real shit.
Yeah.
All right, so but yeah, we gonna get into it. This definitely is a deep joint. I was gonna put this behind let me put this to the music in the video like the last joint, but since we talking about money, I know that's more of a conversation piece, so I'm gonna just read it. I might still end up doing a video later, but for now we're just gonna read through this joint. But yeah, that's definitely interesting because it's still on a little spiritual tip.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, but it's also talking about real shit, real financial shit, I should say. Yeah, I mean, so let's get into this joint real quick.
I want the money.
Mm, all right. All right. So yeah, check this out. This is called "Money is a Current," the spiritual science of wealth, control, and escape. All right. The core thesis: money is not just paper. Money is belief, energy, permission, memory, power, debt, ritual, and movement. Money might be the most spiritual object in the modern world, not because it is holy, but because it requires faith. A dollar only works because millions of people agree to believe in it. A bank account is numbers on a screen. Credit is future belief. Debt is future labor already claimed. A grant is institutional blessing. A loan is borrowed time. A business is a vessel designed to catch current. So when people say money isn't everything, that's true, but also incomplete. Because in this world, money controls time. It controls options. It controls movement. It controls how much silence you can afford. It controls whether your ideas stay dreams or become institutions. So today we're not worshiping money. We're studying the force. Before cash, value was physical. Before paper money, value had weight. People used gold, silver, copper, salt, cattle, grain, shells, land, labor, weapons, and spices. This matters because ancient money was tied to survival. Salt preserved food, grain fed families, cattle reproduced wealth. Gold did not rot, silver could be divided. Land produced harvest. So early money was not abstract, it was connected to nature. Money used to come from the earth, the animal, the field, the mind, the sea, the hand. Modern day money comes from systems. That shift is everything. Gold and silver were earth currency. Gold and silver became sacred because they behave differently from ordinary objects. Gold does not rust like iron. Silver reflects light. Both come from underground, so spiritually ancient people saw metals as earth memory. Gold was solar, silver was lunar. Gold represented kings, gods, power, permanence. Silver represented reflection, trade, moonlight, exchange. That is why so many temples, crowns, coins, and sacred objects use precious metals. Gold was not just expensive, gold was symbolic. It was the sun poured from the earth, silver was the moon made touchable. That is deep because before money became numbers, money was tied to cosmology. The great shift from metal to paper. Paper money began as a claim. Originally, paper often represented something stored somewhere else. You did not want to walk around with heavy gold, so you stored the gold and carried a paper promise. Eventually, the promise became more important than the metal. Then the promise became independent from the metal. That's when money became metaphysical, because now we are no longer exchanging objects, we are exchanging belief certificates. A dollar bill is a ritual object. Look at it: symbols, seals, pyramids, eagles, Latin phrases, signatures, serial numbers, dead presidents, green ink. It looks ordinary because we see it every day, but structurally, it is a magical object of state authority. It says that this paper has power because the system says it has power. That is spell work at civilization scale. Money and water language. Now let's go into the esoteric language. Money uses water terms everywhere. Currency sounds like current, cash flow, liquid assets, frozen accounts, revenue streams, banks, float, drip pricing, pooling capital, offshore accounts, economic waves, market floods, financial droughts. Crazy, right? That may be coincidence, but symbolism does not need conspiracy to matter. Language reveals how the mind understands reality. We describe money like water because money behaves like water. It moves through channels. It pulls around power. It avoids resistance. It floods weak systems. It evaporates when unmanaged. It can nourish or destroy. A poor person often receives money like rain in a cracked bucket. A wealthy person builds pipes, reservoirs, dams, and irrigation systems. Same water, different structure. That is the real lesson. The real financial problem is not just income. Most people think that their problem is I need more money. But deeper than that, the problem is often I don't have a system that holds money. Money without structure disappears. That is why someone can make $30,000 and be broke, and someone can make $300,000 and still be broke. Because money obeys containers. Your LLC is a container. Your bank account is a container. Your credit profile is a container. Your budget is a container. Your audience is a container. Your discipline is a container. The spiritual relationship with value is a container. If the container is cracked, the current leaks. Debt is future energy. Debt is not automatically evil, but debt is serious. That means I am using tomorrow's energy today. That can be powerful or dangerous. A loan used to buy equipment that earns money can be leveraged, but a loan used to impress people can become a chain. Same instrument, different consciousness. This is where financial literacy becomes spiritual maturity. Because money exposes your relationships with desire. Do you want tools or do you want symbols? Do you want freedom or do you want applause? Do you want ownership or do you want the appearance of success? That question is heavy. Grants, loans, and money programs. Now let's get practical. There are real money channels most people never study. The SBA says its grants are limited and usually focus on areas like scientific research, entrepreneurship, support, and exporting. So people should not think SBA grants are just free startup money for any business. But we know the SBA, that's them people. So you know what I mean. You know they grants is for they other people. You know what I mean. So
Specific folks.
yeah,
Show me your badge.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Let me see your credentials, God damn it. Oh yeah, you know, your clearance ain't high enough.
Yeah. All right, grants.gov is the main federal grant search portal, but it clearly says federal grants are usually for organizations and projects, not personal financial assistance. For a creative business, the better path may be project based arts and media funding. The National Endowment for the Arts supports film, media artists, and new media, audio, broadcast, creative code, and expanded storytelling formats. The National Endowment for the Humanities has a media projects program that supports podcasts, radio, documentary films, and documentary series grounded in humanity ideas. For minority owned or disadvantaged businesses, the MBDA does not usually hand direct grants to individual businesses, but its centers can help with consulting, procurement, financial assistance, and access to capital. Right, so the game is not where is free money. The real question is what type of institution am I building that qualifies for certain rivers of funding? Your creative LLC is a vessel. A creative LLC can apply for a pursue. My bad. Can apply for or pursue media arts grants, film grants, documentary grants, local arts council funding, city cultural grants, state creative economy grants, SBA backed loans, microloans, business credit, vendor contracts, government creative contracts, podcast sponsorships, nonprofit partnerships, fiscal sponsorships, fiscal sponsorship opportunities. But the LLC must look real, not just legally real, operationally real. You need an active LLC status, EIN, business bank account, business website, portfolio, capability statement, one-page business summary, budget, project proposal, tax records if available, a business email, a clean social presence, and a clear mission. That is how you turn creativity into an institution. Artists think I need someone to believe in me. Business owners think I need to package my value so institutions can fund it. That is a different level. Young financial geniuses. It's a few young financial geniuses. Not saying copy every move. Study the pattern. They understood one or more of these things. I was looking it up, and it's definitely a good amount of young black people who fucking they they getting money on levels like that's crazy. And it's
Monthly.
yeah, and it's fucking like and they not only getting money, but like breaking barriers and shit that motherfuckers ain't do before, like crazy creative shit, crazy intelligence type shit. You know what I mean? Like and they getting hella millions on millions.
And that's what makes that's what makes the idea that people were planted feels even more just kind of real. And
Right.
uh it seems they pop like people pop out of nowhere.
Mm,
Doing what I guess when it comes to the social media things and the 24-hour streaming and stuff like that. Like I just watched an interview where folks were doing that whiles ago, and I mean for a while now, but
yeah,
never them touching that much fucking revenue
yeah,
on a monthly basis. I'm talking like millions monthly
yeah,
from streaming, from being in front of the camera doing, you know what I mean, whatever it is that you do, kind of thing.
right.
And you know what I mean, when it comes to streaming now, what your boy said, because I didn't know he took that much of a fall. Fucking Adrian Broner, the boxing dude.
Yeah,
I didn't know he took that much of a goddamn spill. He looked like somebody drunk uncle, you know what I mean, on the thing. But he
yeah,
said now he one of the top streamers, and he
yeah,
said he's touched more money. You know what I mean, since he started, then that he's touched since he's been a goddamn heavyweight. You know what I mean, or whatever weight class he was in. Since he touched that kind of money,
the
and
negative shit.
right. Then that's all it is. That's all fucking it is. Drink all day, dress like him and the other fucking dressed alike within their shit. Like it's just stream your life. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just put shit out that motherfucker, create drama, create unreal situations, and let the people eat that shit up.
Yeah, man.
And I
And they,
watched
yeah,
the because I don't know, I went from kind of like overnight. I went from fucking not watching shows and shit like that. So I think I watched like 6, 7 shows within the last 2 weeks.
yeah,
Series, but no,
right.
of course not just any old joint. I still got to get something from it. You know what I mean, kind of thing.
Yeah,
But I did end up coming across that Nature Boy shit on Hulu, which they've been doing the streaming joint for. You know what
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
too. Yeah, that shit. Yeah, that shit crazy.
Keep hearing people talk about it though.
That shit weird, man. That shit. That
Keep
shit.
saying he an agent for real.
Yeah, I don't know. He very much so. I don't know. I don't know, but that shit damn sure was crazy. You know what I mean? That shit was crazy. All that, you know what I mean, was wild. But you know what I mean? Even during that time, it showed that they started doing stuff once, you know what I mean, realizing that if they do certain things, regardless of how bad, how traumatic it is, it brings more views, kind of stuff, and it brings in more money. You know what I mean? It was to the point where as though they getting locked up, and he knows that he's gonna have the people watching, send in gifts and stuff like that to bail him out. He's like, oh, you know, I'm about to get arrested. All right, you know what I mean, I'm gonna need bail money.
Right.
He live during the whole time on streaming and all that type shit. So to that point, it just knowing that you got the people enough, so they're going to back you up. They're going to send you the money that you need, and they're going to be
Right.
with 100%, regardless if you just show them on camera doing the worst thing a motherfucker could do just for the views. And that shit's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the
But,
world we in.
oh yeah, they got a lot of people, man.
It's the world we in. And that's the algorithm though, you know what I mean? And just like of course a lot of motherfuckers say, that's the shit that they push out first. And
Yeah.
then push it like this. You know what I mean? They don't push that shit out as much.
Oh
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
they won't.
Yeah. That shit don't catch fire as much. You gotta really, 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 really put that work in to blow up some content.
Yeah, that's why I'm. I mean, to each his own. But everything when I come across it a lot, where I'll be seeing dope ass artists and shit like that, like women artists. But they're showing their work and shit, but they also half naked. What I mean, showing their art as if they know that my artwork alone is not going to get my views. You know what I
Right.
mean? My cute face alone is not going to do it. I gotta have my little, my little side boob out. Have on a little skimpy, whatever kind of thing.
Yeah.
To get more views because they could have just showed their body half naked without showing the artwork and probably.
Right.
But this is just a double kind of thing. No, let me put my
Yeah.
artwork up here, but I know I gotta kind of give in to do this, and everybody's a motherfucking streaming it.
Oh yeah.
To the point where it seems like whole family is gonna get involved, and we're gonna do what we need to do to get this motherfucking money, regardless of anything. This is what it's about. It's a new life. We're gonna set up these cameras, and we're gonna just let them motherfuckers go. And it's taking people away from. Yeah, it's getting a lot of people paid, but I don't know what kind of people are getting paid because it's also showing the side of it's just sending people mentally to a space where ain't no coming back from. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And they scheming and scamming to make their life stay up. You know what I mean, to where as though the people watching is gonna stay entertained. So you gotta look the part,
Crazy.
play the part, make sure you got a good lifestyle, that little crazy shit. In
Right.
one of the movies, I mean not one of the movies, one of the interviewers for the Nature Boy shit, Homeboy said, Nature Boy was making this appear, making it seem like we're doing good with money and all that type of shit, flashing the money, doing his videos and shit like that. But he said, actuality, he's flashing the money from all the, I'm gonna call them servants in the household. He's flashing all the money that they're kicking out to him. So it's no real money as they're showing through the social media and all that type of shit. And like they saying that it is, it's just a front. It's a front. And my opinion, I believe that's a lot of what's going on as well, just to keep up with the mainstream, to try
Yeah.
to get to the point of millions a month, like your Astro Speeds and your motherfucking Castanats and shit like that. But that is fucking rare, and me, the motherfuckers complaining, because ain't no way in the fucking world you can do the very same thing that they're doing and not gonna make the money that they make.
Right. Crazy, right?
That is wow. Shout out to them though. Shout out to them because they are fucking
Yeah.
2 out of
Mhm.
many that's fucking doing it. But they are, kind of at the top when it comes to the money they make.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. Yeah, that's real shit though. You know, I definitely believe it's, some agents in all things around the fucking world for real, just to influence, especially media and entertainment, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's the main influencer right there. So yeah, of course you gotta plant some motherfuckers up in there if you're trying to really control the world. You
yeah,
know what I mean? So yeah, I believe it. And anybody, all the motherfuckers is could be in my eyes. So you know what I mean. I never met them. I don't know them. So ain't no telling. Shit, it might be straight up agents, or just not even just the agents. They might just be people who took the money and say, "Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it." You know what I mean? Like maybe they didn't intend on doing it, but then somebody came to them and was like, "Yo, yeah, we can blow you up.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta do some shit for us too." And they was just like, "Fuck it." You
Well,
know what I mean? And really ain't getting no deeper than that.
yeah. 'Cause for
So
some, that's for some people that's what it's about. Give me
yeah.
the money. I'm already doing dumb shit. You know what I mean? Why the fuck not? Shit,
Yeah, shit. Fuck it.
nobody ever seen in their life at one time.
You know what I mean? Oh yeah, whole time they controlling the whole influence of a whole fucking generation.
Oh, yes, indeed. That's
Mindless dumb shit. Yeah, I mean,
I come across some videos here and there where the young kids, especially like 13, 14, they're doing a bunch of dumb shit, even to the point of murder because they
that's
know.
hard to hear you a little bit.
Oh shit! Can you still hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it was like fading in and out.
Oh, okay. I want. I think the mic is kind of up this way. I
Yeah,
was
I
a little.
think it's too far away. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I'm still steady, still talking pretty decent.
yeah, you real clear now.
Yeah, okay. Um, come across some videos here and there when the young folks, 13, 14, it's almost like they know juvenile life, they're gonna get out by 21 kind of thing. So it don't matter what the fuck they do.
Yeah,
Across some videos where some kids going to court for some I don't know if it was I think the old lady died. But you know, they in that motherfucker laughing, throwing it, you know what I mean, throwing up whatever. I don't know if it gang signs or fucking something they seen
yeah,
on the internet. But throwing up, laughing, giggling. There was three of them. It was like 14, 15, because, you know, I think they're trying to change it now. But for the most part, juvenile life, boom, 21, they still got a whole life to live, kind of thing. And they know that. So they're doing all the dumbest shit in the world. Trophies is not just, well, it seems the younger generation is not, they don't care about how to go get it. You know what I mean? These fucking
right,
days, they really want to go out this motherfucker and really tag somebody and not make these motherfuckers come back for the trophy. That's their
right.
definition of having fucking fun. Because mindset is, you know what I mean? Boom, somebody told them, somebody that they look up to told them, you be out by 21. You know what I mean? You could do this, get some time, they can see the juvenile, whatever, and you be out by 21. And they
Yeah,
taking it and fucking running with it.
crazy, right?
It's ridiculous, man.
Um, shit, they just upped the age though. He just upped the age where you can be tried as an adult too. So that's helping them. You know what I mean? I think they upped it. I can't remember how much it was, but you know, in this state, I want to say like 16 or something like that. I think they upped it to like 17 or 8. I know 18 you can be, but I think they upped it to like 17 or some shit like that. So you can't be tried as an adult when you're young. You know what I mean? So instead of bringing it down for, you know what I mean, kids that's wilding out, they
Put
put
that
it
shit
up
up.
so motherfuckers can make more mistakes and be good, not get tried as an adult. Yeah, I
So
mean,
that just, you know what I mean, of course, that's some dialogue for you too. What would be the
yeah,
reason? I understand trying them as an adult, even if they're under the age that they say if they're under 17, try them as an adult. Okay, you don't have to put them in an adult jail until they become an adult. I'm not
right,
saying try an adult as a kid and throw them in them, no, throw them out there with the wolves.
right,
Still put him in there with kids. He's still a kid.
yeah,
But when he turned into an adult,
yeah,
it's time for him to go into an adult prison.
pretty much.
But especially depending on the crime that you do. If it's murder, fucking aggravated assault, intentionally kind of thing. Like, come on,
Right.
man. Any hard kind
You
of,
know, about to switch, caught two bodies. Like, come on, bro. That nigga should
yeah,
not get out at 21.
like, yeah, you can make it make sense. Damn sure can make it make sense. But
Yeah.
they be making shit so,
Uh,
I don't know, just so harder than what it seems it has to be.
uh,
But again, it's outside looking in. I don't want the law shit out there, right? I mean, all that type of shit.
yeah. You know that shit purposely though. It's done
Oh
like
yeah.
that for sure. Yeah. But let's get back to it though. We got off topic a little bit. Um so yeah, what was I at? All right, young financial geniuses. Oh yo, I put his name in here too. Because I was just watching his interview. The nigga Omni and the Hellcat. You ever seen him?
Yeah, he just got out recently, didn't
Yeah, he just got out. Yeah, recently. I can't remember when, but yeah. I just watched a recent interview with him. You know what I mean? And I always was pretty much fascinated by how the fuck this nigga got this money like this that quick, flipping some type of system. Hold on real quick. Daddy podcasting, baby. What's up?
Mm. Look at the rose. Hat looking good.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, yeah. But yeah, I always was fascinated with how he, I don't know how you even just thinking some shit like that. You know what I mean? In my mind, I think real creative shit, but for some reason I never applied that to finances. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always just created creative shit that, you know, music, whatever, editings, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But I never really applied my creativity to financial shit, and that's pretty much what he did. You know what I mean? But of course, this story, for anybody who don't know, is always say that what he did wasn't illegal. He just found allegedly a loophole. You know what I mean? Whatever that means. But he found a way to pretty much get some type of get something that allowed him to sell fucking cable to people at a lower price. You know what I mean? So of course, but he said it wasn't what he did wasn't legal, so they pretty much hit him with a lot of like copyright shit. You know what I mean? For stealing the shows or whatever the case may be. But he still says to this day that what he did wasn't illegal. If he said if what he did was illegal, then that means what everybody else doing is illegal too. That means what Comcast doing is illegal. All of these motherfuckers. He was like, so it can't be illegal unless they all doing illegal shit too. You know what I mean? Yeah, but he pretty much fucking got rich. But I basically was saying I was watching this interview the other day and he out. And they were saying like when he went in, he got 5 years or something like that. And they were saying they took all of his cars and all that type of shit. And in my mind, I wasn't thinking that he was completely broke, but I definitely wasn't thinking that he still had what he said in this interview. He said shit. He said they got like 5 million. And this is how much money this nigga was making. Like shit is fucking ridiculous, bro. Millions upon fucking millions. But he was like, the feds took 5 million and all of his cars and a couple of his houses and all that type of shit. Nigga got so many houses, so many cars, so many millions. And they was like, man, but he was like, that wasn't nothing. He was like, shit, all of my shit is in the trust. He was like, I got like 20 million in different trusts, and each trust, like each kid got this amount of money. Uh,
Smart.
all of these fucking millions is just, that these dudes is just acquiring, and they young and they black. You know what I mean, that shit is fucking impressive. You know what I mean? So yeah, even though he did the time, and he said too, like he knew that the feds was gonna come. You know what I mean? Because you fucking young and getting money like that. Anyway, you know what I mean? So they fucking gonna at least watch you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but he took that 5, got out, still got money, still getting money, still doing business, still got businesses and expanding more businesses. Like he's still getting money. You know what I mean? So yeah, the shit is that's where I want to be at now. And basically that's why I put his name in here because it's about to say his name. But yeah, that's what I need to start doing, putting my creative energy into this financial thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real shit. All right,
Yeah.
so young financial geniuses. Right, look at people like Omni and the Hellcat, Trey Brown, Austin Hankwitz, and others. Not saying copy every move, study the pattern. They understood one or more of these things. Attention is currency, information is currency, ownership is currency, timing is currency, digital distribution is currency, audience trust is currency, speed is currency. Omni understood digital demand. Terry Brown understood branding and youth entrepreneurship. Austin Hankwitz understood financial education as content. I don't think Austin is black either. I think that's a white dude. For some reason, I pulled up a white dude when I researched young black wealthy people. The pattern is not get lucky. The pattern is find in efficiency, package value, move fast, build an audience, and monetize trust. That is the new money current. The spiritual trap around money. Some spiritual people reject money. They say money is evil. But money is not evil. Money is revealing. Money reveals discipline. Money reveals fear. Money reveals greed. Money reveals insecurity. Money reveals generosity. Money reveals self-worth. Money reveals whether you can delay gratification. Money reveals whether you can manage power. The danger is not money itself. The danger is unconscious money, because unconscious poverty creates desperation, and unconscious wealth creates corruption. The goal is conscious wealth. All right. So money is a current, and most of us were never taught how to swim. We were taught to work. We were taught to survive. We were taught to pay bills, but we were not taught how to build vessels. We were not taught how to read systems. We were not taught how grants work, how credit works, how procurement works, how assets work, how taxes work, how ownership works. So the mission now is just not just to make money. The mission is to become financially literate enough that money can no longer intimidate you. Because once you understand the current, you stop begging the river. You start building channels, and when you build the right channel, the water knows where to go. Okay. Uh, see, I think it's some questions. So yeah, a couple questions for you. So before we get to the questions though, Ashley, so this too, and this is the reason I pulled this, or why I wanted to talk about this, I should say. So yeah, basically, using tools like ChatGPT, of course, and others. Even though people probably gonna be like, you can just Google it or whatever the fuck. Like, using tools like these, ChatGPT and shit. Because before that, I actually asked it to break down brand. I mean, not brand. Shit. What the fuck we talking about now? What is grants? I don't know what the fuck I'm about to say grants. Grants. I basically told it to break down grants for me and shit, and how and where I can look and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And chat, the way it puts that shit together is like, it's basically like I said before, like a fucking assistant that just finding all of the information for you and putting it
Mm-hmm.
together in the right type of way. You know what I mean? So you're not having to cutting research down to the minimum of you just typing in something and getting all of this information in the right type of way. That shit is perfect. So like using Chat GPT and shit, well, some people be like, you know what I mean, AI is the devil and all of that type of shit. But shit like this, it could be very fucking valuable. Um, Looking up things like this, especially if you trying to just get into it, you don't really have that much knowledge on it. You know what I mean? Gain a lot of knowledge real quick. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm basically definitely about to use Chat GPT heavy on my grant work and all of that type of stuff and things that I need to do. And I'm about to get this shit popping for real. As far as the business, I mean, as far as the God LLC, um, and making it official. You know what I mean? It's been official, but making it a real operational, profitable fucking business where we can get funding and all of that type of shit. You know what I mean? Shit, get this thing moving. Yeah, for real.
So I'm going. That's how I'm going about with like LEF.
Yeah,
Like it's when it comes to that, it's a whole thing. It's a whole lifestyle. It's a whole
yeah,
movement. It's a
yeah,
ecosystem. You know what I mean? That I have, and out of the four four business ventures that I have within my LEF ecosystem, all of them, of course, would be bringing money to each other. Um,
yeah,
and that I'm fucking super fucking proud of to get started because once that shit beginning, you know what I mean, once that shit go in rotation, like there is no ending to, like I said, I mean, create a space where the pretty much the current can flow, and it's
yeah,
gonna go in this space here. Is that this ecosystem for myself? It's like the white folks doing, they got their whole little shit that works for them. You know what I mean? They
right,
pay airline, the goddamn hotel, and the rental car place. You know what I mean? All that shit is in one kind of thing, and my ecosystem is gonna operate just the fucking same. And
indeed,
damn near to the end of it. So laying that shit out and getting that shit started, of course, on that same level. I'm fucking right there
yeah,
with you.
yeah,
That's what life calls for, at least where I'm going. You You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's what life is for. You gotta put your own shit up out there, and
absolutely. Yeah, if I
that's,
work with somebody else forever, you know what I mean?
that's it.
Yeah, this ain't where it is. This ain't where it's at. And it's been a minute. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, what, first job at what, 14? Shit, maybe 13 or 14. Maybe it probably was 14. Yeah, I think our first job was 14.
Almost
Yeah,
30 years. Yeah, almost 30 years.
almost 30 fucking years.
But like
Just
I said,
working for somebody else.
shit, we've gathered enough information that
Yeah,
they say
man.
the gathered information. And it's good shit too. Like we've over the years gained some great fucking material, some great information.
Oh,
So
yeah.
once the train start to go, like that's it.
Mhm.
That's fucking it. Because it's not no. I don't look at it as just basic kind of information, basic kind of um, things gathered. It's kind of
Yeah,
like well, kind of things that can create years of comfortability. You know what I mean? Create years of buying time back. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. Generations of passing a whole bunch of shit down.
all right.
How I look at it from the shit that produced in my mind.
Fresh.
And what we put together already.
Yeah, man. And that's what shit, that's what Ami was talking about too. He was like, man, shit, he got uh basically talking about his trust and how he set up the trust, and how his family, how that shit can be generational, how you taking care of everybody, all that shit. Like and the money is just gonna just be there. You know what I mean? Like he building it to the point where shit, his family good for sure, for sure. You know what I mean? Or whoever he chooses to take care of, I should say. You know what I mean? But yeah, building up that real wealth, that real money. You know what I mean? Beating these motherfuckers at their own game.
Yeah, man. And the crazy thing is, they got us to a point of feeling, a lot of people so bad for doing, quote unquote, the wrong thing. When it's like
Yeah,
in reality, what the fuck is the wrong thing? Everybody's doing the wrong thing. You know what I
exactly.
mean? As soon as I mean, you put certain politics and certain businesses from their standpoint in the way, and you start, let's say, selling food, like that's a natural thing that grows on its own. You became an enemy of the land once you started selling food and water and shit to the fucking people. But yet you got us thinking that if we do something in the dark, was done in the dark gonna come to the light. If we do something
Right.
that's, that'll help us out, it's not harming anybody, but it's gonna help our family out. It's gonna help us out financially in a great way, but we get thrown in jail for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's but they got us good because there's a lot of people out there that's not going to do bad
Yeah.
because fear is there. You know what I mean? They've done well with creating that fucking fear or the guy in the sky and you know what I mean? All this type shit. So their plan is fucking awesome. You know what I mean? I
Exactly.
don't know. The more you think about it, the more it becomes even more crazy. Like in the game that they play and the way that they strategically laid that shit out. Um,
Yeah.
a lot of people would never wake up from it, would never see that it was a game being ran on them. That shit is
Right.
powerful.
Right. This ain't even a conspiracy theory. This is just a business move.
That's
You know what I
it.
mean?
That's, look at
So
this
this ain't
business.
no spooky metaphysical shit. They just made moves, bought some shit, and now they fucking running the business.
That's it. That's all the fuck it is, man.
Right.
Mm. Just like starting a movie theater, building
Right.
a hotel or a liquor store. This started off a pen and a piece of paper and some like-minded individuals.
Straight like that, yo. Yeah, man. But yeah, we here. But if shit don't go, who the fuck knows which way all of these claim futures that we may be headed towards. Who the fuck knows? But yeah, I would still like to think, or most likely no, outside of a complete cataclysmic, whatever bullshit, complete collapse of humanity, you still gonna need that fucking paper or not paper, digital currency, whatever the fuck. It's still gonna be some type of money system. You know what I mean? So yeah, taking advantage of that shit. There's a lot of programs and shit, and now we got the internet faster than ever. Social media, fucking speakers, podcasters, all these motherfuckers is talking about this stuff and giving out this fucking game, this free game for finance, and of course other stuff too. But right now we talking about finance. But yeah, so many people giving out free game for finances and shit. You know what I mean? That's why I was saying when I was watching Shorty, that made me think about doing this for the show. But that shit, she had me fucking tuned in. She was like, the dude who was on the show, one of the dudes, Dr. Be Serious, I tell you about all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He said Shorty, who was the finance chick, um, he knew her for like a long ass time. Like, you know what I mean? Back when he was doing music, so like over 20, 30 years. But he was like, she was the first person who fucking told him how to fucking not don't buy one car, buy a fleet of cars. He was something about like, yo, the car in your business name, you can get 2 or 3 cars for the price of one. He was like, yo, that shit really fucking worked. You know what I mean? So she knew about the finance game like that back then. So yeah, Shorty had me tuned the fuck in. I'm like, yo, hold the fuck up. Like, yo, that's some shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't buy one car, buy a fleet of cars.
yeah.
Really legally do that.
And then write that bitch off at the end too.
Like, nigga. And the whole time niggas are struggling because we just don't really know
How
a
money
lot of
works.
shit that we can do, and there's ways we can take advantage of shit.
Yeah.
They just keep it in front of you and distracted. That's the distraction. That's what distractions is about. I mean, they don't want you to read that and realize you can have 2 or 3 cars and pay one. Or you can probably do who knows what to acquire some type of land. There's probably some grants for that too. You know what I mean? You can just
Yeah.
apply and get some land for a grant. I mean, get a grant for some land. But you know what I mean? Like you can actually do that type of shit. It's not illegal.
I like the fact that we're at this age and becoming so stuck on it. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Hell yeah.
at least I know for me, I've made money always, 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 always. But like they said, it's water coming into a cracked bucket. You know what I mean? So the shit is not standing around. The motherfucker ain't standing around at all. I have no problem with making money, finding
Right.
something to make money. But it was water running into a crack bucket. But now, I look at it as, for me, I got all the dumb shit out of the way. The poor spending and just buying because I want to, buying because I can, and all that type shit. I've gotten that out the way. Going out and all that type shit. I got that shit out the way. And
Yeah.
now being at this still young age of fucking 41, I'm ready to do more with it. And I still have the work ethic. I still have the clear mind, the clear healthy mental, and all that type shit. So I'm
Yeah.
blessed to be aware at this time to go out there, motherfucking, and get it, and have a means to do so. Right now, it's just taking the lock off the door and letting everything flow out. Like the rest of the part should be not easy, but it's just me stepping to the side and open the fucking door. That's the next part, and then that current is gonna let that motherfucking find the water flow to it because of what was already created over the years. But
Absolutely.
yeah, man.
Real shit. Cause yeah, it's about that time, man.
Yeah. We
Things
see.
is, yeah, especially the lifestyle I want. I know the shit that I want.
Hey, tell me. Hey, I just told my wife. I said, "Look, I've already came to the point where I don't. I like what I like. I want what I want. So what I got to do now is just continue to make the money to get the things I want. Because I'm not going to stop buying the things that I want. Whether it's right now or later on in life, unless God has something to do with it. I want what I want. I don't
Right.
if it's a $300,000 car. If I want that motherfucker, then I want to be able to go buy that motherfucker.
Right.
So I got to maximize my finances and do what I got to do there, so I can continue and go and blindly spend. Even though the budgeting is going to be right and all that type of shit, but for the sake of for the conversation,
God. Yeah, you're getting some money.
Hell yeah.
All your means.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
You know what I
indeed.
mean? Like a Dapper. I brought 5 cars, nigga. About $2 million cars. And like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna be like, yeah, for real.
in no account.
Right. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Just count some fresh ass cars. Customize them bitches too. 5 at one day. So I was like, let me buy some new cars. About 5. Spent 20 on cars, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. That shit in real life though. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man. That's how we supposed to be living. Right, free, stress free. You know what I mean? Able to take care of ourselves.
Oh yeah, it can come easy if we just become disciplined enough to understand it. That's all it takes is to fucking understand it and position it. You know, what I mean, position it the way that it needs to be. And of course, black out the distractions, which is so heavy. But once you black out the distraction and you're able to understand how that shit really works, then it's game over. It's fucking game over.
Indeed.
Yeah, man.
Real shit. So yeah, on that note, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. We've been here for almost 2.5 hours.
Yes.
As usual, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. We will be back. I think, I'm still not sure on which Wednesday yet, so I don't think it's gonna be this one. But I'm definitely gonna let you know.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, we'll be back here next Sunday once again at 2 p.m.
Man.
See y'all there. Peace to the gods, the earths, and all of that. Stay positive. Stay focused.
Always.
You know what I mean? Love, bro.
Yes, indeed.
All right, we up out this thing. Peace.
Peace.